consider authorizing the initiation of legal action seeking to void contract between CTMA and Patricia Mowry as violative of 65 PACS 1103F. Any board?
Well, I have a question. Will the legal action, is it proposed to be through the Ethics Commission?
No, so this is particularly under section 1103F. This is going to a court of competent jurisdiction to actually void that contract. So it's a separate proceeding.
But my motion is to void the contract as violative of the 65 PA 1103F, which is
correct.
Which is the Ethics Title 65 of the Ethics Act. So if you're
correct.
Going to pick that, why aren't you following through with them?
Yeah.
That under that section of the act, there's a specific provision that allows you to void the contract in a court of competent jurisdiction. You have to do it within 90 days.
Well, but I guess I agreed in that. And again, I'm not taking any sides. If there was it should be voided, it should be voided, and money should be returned. But, and it actually states in. I'm just going to read one thing to ask you about this. It is the intent of the General Assembly that this chapter be administered by an independent ethics commission composed of members who are cognizant of the responsibilities and burdens of public officials and employees who have demonstrated an interest in promoting public confidence in government. So it's saying that they intended for the ethics commission to handle things like this that are listed as even 1103F.
That's for the actual ethics violation. That's for pursuing the person who is violating the ethical violations.
So if that's
you can do that, and you can also, under this section, if there's a contract, you can go to court within 90 days to void that contract. The Ethics Commission may or may not act within that same time period. So this is a separate avenue just to void the contract. This does not have to do with addressing the person who, has the ethical violation, which is what the Ethics Commission does.
I think we need to address that, and if the Ethics Commission finds it's wrong, they should issue an order. So I want to make a motion to send this complaint to the Ethics Commission and have them investigate that contract with Ms. Mowry.
That's already been done. That's already been done.
It's done.
It's already been done.
What's done?
A complaint to the Ethics Commission, but we have 90 days to take this action. Because we had this, that we looked up and they said that they can't guarantee a response within 90 days.
So we officially filed with the Ethics Commission?
Yes.
Well, I mean, that's even worse yet then.
Why?
Because I saw something in the Ethics Act where...
While you're looking that up, can Gretchen explain what we're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Sure. So this particular provision, 1103F of the Ethics Act, disallows someone who's a public official for entering into a contract with the board in which they're affiliated with for more than $500 unless there is an open and public process, which means prior public notification and subsequent public disclosure of the proposals considered and the contracts awarded. We understand in this case there was work that was done in excess of $5,000. There was no prior public notice. There was a subsequent, the work was done and was the board agreed to pay for that work in excess of $5,000 after the fact.
Go ahead, Tom.
All right, I will find that, but in the meantime, it does say that on revealing that, whenever there's a I will find it. Wait, there's something I can't find it right now.
I have something to say too, if that'll give you a moment to collect your thoughts. Just that, the way this whole thing went down was upsetting. I found out about this on the agenda that was sent out Friday. You just made that big issue and the big spiel about how the zoning planning has to get you the stuff so that you have time to make a decision. Is there a reason why I was not informed about any of this except through an email? Or not an email, not a phone call? I was given no information on this. Just Friday evening on the agenda, it was put there. On that note, we got that email from,
Can I respond very quickly to what you're saying? With due respect, this was ready to go out Wednesday. Gretchen and I reached out and gave the person the opportunity to repay the funds and to resign her position on the municipal.
who authorized that? I got 0 emails on that as well.
You got multiple text
None.
messages.
0.
You actually.
I got
called,
no emails, and I had no dialogue. I talked to Tom on Friday to find out that this was going on. That was very
That's
upsetting.
not-
Eric, you called Dawn.
On the heels of
Eric, time
getting,
out. Time
no,
out,
you're
'cause you
done.
made an
You're done.
accusation.
You didn't get me anything. You didn't send me anything until
Eric,
I got it on the
did, and I
agenda.
can prove it, first of all. And second of all, it's an absolute lie that you didn't know about it until Friday because you called a member of our administration
Friday.
on Wednesday and said something about
I
it.
spoke with Tom on Friday. That's the first dialogue
not
with anyone on this board, and I'm just telling you that that's wrong.
That's not.
I also believe that this is way out of line, based on, we got a letter. When was the letter? Thursday from the chairman, Patty Maury, her letter identifying the accounting discrepancies. We got that letter. Did you guys discuss it? No one sent anything to me, but there was over $800,000 in cash accounts in that letter that the municipal board was unaware of. So they were making decisions based on not knowing where that 800,000 was. And then also her letter illustrated the $275,000 in delinquent township fees and sewage regarding the Miller's Run. $275,000 that was found in that letter. So I absolutely not. This needs to be investigated. We have to look into it. I need to get the facts and find out. This should be going through the PA Ethics Commission, Title 65, absolutely. And they need to know that I didn't know anything about this, and that if you lied from the pits of hell to say that you filed an ethics commission and you got your 2 yes girls to go along with you, well, they made a decision based on you filing an ethics complaint. And that wasn't,
Eric, stop.
and it wasn't
Stop
done.
right now. First of all, you just got caught in your own lie because you're telling us you didn't know about it till Friday.
I said I didn't speak to a
Then you're
supervisor
saying that
until
you read-
the
You said you
commission.
didn't
No,
know
you
about
said
it.
you didn't know about it till Friday, and now you're
On
saying
tape.
that you got her letter on
tape.
Thursday.
It don't
and
matter.
you-
Did you ever contact me?
It doesn't
Did Gretchen,
matter.
did you say that you must inform every board member to take a vote on this? I could have shared information with
We
the other
can't
board
take a
members.
vote. We can't take a vote
Let me
behind
just-
the scenes.
Time out. There is no board action when it comes to filing an ethics complaint. That is something anyone here can do.
So who authorized you to make the call with Cindy? Who made that? Who authorized that?
We made a phone call because I felt like it
You
was
felt
the
like
right-
it.
Can I
We're a
finish?
board. You're one of 5 members on the
Can
board.
I finish?
Gretchen doesn't work for you, and Gretchen, you should have informed her that
Eric,
she needed to
stop
identify
talking
with all
now.
the board members.
Eric,
All the
stop
board
talking and
members.
listen to me for a
All
second.
board members.
I felt like it was the right thing to do to give the person the opportunity to resign and repay the funds. Are
But
you
based on what?
honestly going to sit there and say you're okay with our board members paying themselves $5,300?
Oh, you're going to spill it all out now too. So if it's found innocent
That's
and
what
the
happened.
other board shows that she's innocent, will you step down and resign?
Wait a second. I'm
Will
gonna
you?
talk for one. Okay, Eric.
I just believe
Eric,
that. I
I'm
believe
gonna
that.
talk now.
Go ahead, try
They were
it.
told 3 times
Clear.
by their own solicitor that was illegal what they were doing. Nobody approved for her to even do that work. She supposedly come back and said, Mr. Zimba, Darlene Barney, and Mr. Stiffy approved it. Well, if they did that, they violated the Sunshine Act.
So are you an attorney now or what?
No.
So whenever I was at a
You know
meeting
that.
2
You
months
know about
ago,
that.
I was at a meeting 2 months ago, and a board member, Stiffy, was making remarks and comments about the changes that have been made. Were they aware of the changes that she was doing and did? I mean, we're not here to fight the battle. This isn't a battle. We want to know the truth, but my point is that because no one told me, this needs to be tabled until I can do the research and investigate what all is going on. So I make a motion. There's no motion on the table. I say that I make a motion to table this. Can you ask for a second?
Moved
Tom
and
has a second.
seconded. All those in favor for tabling, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No.
Aye.
You're opposed.
He said aye.
He's opposed.
Opposed. Oh, Eric, they're their own private entity.
They are.
And
An
they are.
autonomous body.
Okay?
That's right. So
They
why
should
are we
be
doing
conducting
this?
their own business. But when there's theft, they've crossed the line. Okay?
Are you the judge, jury, and convictor, or what?
No, but we
It's
won't stand
illegal.
for theft in Cecil Township. It's happened in the
It's
past
illegal.
here, and they gotta be dealt with accordingly.
I'm saying that that needs investigated. When she pointed, so is this vindictive? Is this revenge? When she pointed out 800,000 in cash accounts,
Eric, you don't
That has
have
nothing to do with this.
75,000 in delinquent township.
That's great work. I commend her on it. She
There
needs
you
to
go.
take it up
We
with
should
her,
be saying
with her
great
board.
work. Thank you.
She needs to take it up with her board. They're their own private entity. There's wrongdoing in their own business. It's not with us, but they cross the line when they're stepped. We can't tolerate that here. We won't have it in Public Works, Parks and Recreation. No board is going to steal and get away with it in
What are
Cecil
the
Township.
complaints?
What are the complaints?
What's the
She
complaint?
basically
Take the
stole
blinders
money.
off.
Oh, is that what you're saying?
Eric-
Okay, why didn't you share that with the board?
I'm glad
Eric,
this is your
listen,
last
Eric,
meeting.
No, Tom, hold on.
Gretchen, can I finish my question to you?
Tom, stop for a second. I'll give you the floor in 1 second. Eric, the issue is not what she may or may not have found. We have no validation of that. We have no scope of work. We have no idea the hours. That is a whole separate issue. The issue is the Municipal Authorities Act, the State Ethics Act, and our second class township code calls for an open and public bid process. That did not happen. There was no notification to the public that there was to be work done by Miss Mowry, that Miss Mowry was to be paid. There was no explanation of the work that was to be done. The only thing that happened was at their last meeting in November, an invoice by Miss Mowry, who is the chairperson of our Municipal Authority Board, was submitted for $5,300 and was voted on to be paid by the Municipal Authority members against the advice of their own solicitor. That is the issue. If you want to have a conversation about what is in Miss Mowry's letter, we can have that separately and individually, because if what she's saying is true, there are concerns, although I have some very serious concerns about about whether that's factual or not, but that is not the issue here. The issue here is the Municipal Authority Board voted to pay their own chairperson $5,300 without following the law, which requires an open and public bid process. That's the issue.
With the exception, Mr. Januso.
Right.
Mr. Januso, what?
He didn't vote.
Everybody voted for it with the exception of Mr. Januso. So.
Well, you're sharing it with me now. That's good at 8 o'clock on the day of a meeting. That's nice.
What?
Gretchen, can I just finish my two questions?
Wait, what did you